What is up, guys? KFC back here bringing you the second part of our war recap video against Venezuela Farm. My apologies for the recording issues in the first video. I have tried to change some settings up, so let me know if this kind of works out a little bit better for you guys. Gonna go ahead and review probably like 8 or 9 bases, and that'll kind of give us a wrap for this war. So gonna go ahead and pick up where we left off on base 11. I'm gonna watch an attack by Onyx, bringing a shattered Go Vaho here, it looks like. Does have 2 balloons, so just kind of a quick scout of the base, looking for a free cannon or mortar. I don't see one that would kind of initially jump out at me, so it'll be interesting to see where he kind of thinks to deploy those 2 balloons. So Go Vaho coming in, a couple of interesting spots to worry about. The most noticeable one being this Expo at AD. I think that's the big double compartment that we've got to watch. So let's go ahead and see how Onyx takes out this base. Gonna go ahead and get some minions down. I think that was one of the parts that I was most impressed with from part 1, and here you can see continuing in part 2, I was not as impressed with that minion at 6 o'clock, getting picked up by that archer tower, but that's okay. Getting the minions going on the left, golems go down, perfect so far, wizard perfect. There we go. That minion's a much better place. AQ goes down nice and early. You got wall breakers going in. That should let everything into the compartment there. No issues so far. Just got to hope that this golem on the left redirects. It does. So golems kind of get out in front. Hopefully the CC is triggered before the king comes in range. It is up, but the Valks are taking a walk to the left. Not the worst thing in the world, because it is a lava hound out of the CC. So he's just going to try and pound through the center of this base. He is going to negate the scary double spot that we just talked about, with the Expo going down right. Hopefully it goes down here soon. The queen is down. That spot is still being worked on. He's sending in his hogs. Hopefully it goes down here. Just barely. It looks like it's going to go down. Finally that Expo is down, and that's going to negate, or it's going to save a lot of Hog Riders, so that was really good. First heal spell goes down. Let's stop. Look at the placement. Not quite the best place heal, just in terms of the heal spell being outside of the compartment. Could easily see a heal spell covering the cannon, the AD, the mortar, the air sweeper, and the Expo. But because of that, the Expo is actually the defense that's going to be outside the range of the heal. So not the best heal drop, but at this point has pretty much wrecked the entire base. If you look at it, what he has left, he still has a heal in the bag. He only has 3 pieces of point defense up that can really hurt his hogs. That heal spell much better placed, and it's pretty much going to take out all the remaining point defenses. Drops the 2 balloons up at the top, but that air defense is not down yet. So I'm not sure if he had a different plan for those loons or not. But either way, cleans up the base with plenty of hogs left. He has his cleanup going down here. Has 2 swag poisons, which he may need to actually use over here on this lava hound as the queen finally does lock on. Let's go ahead and speed this cleanup process up. Hog's just absolutely tearing through the base. It's not going to be any problem. Lava Hound does indeed bust. He does drop a couple of poisons to try and take care of those. And that's going to be a 3-star for Onyx. So really good job. Keep working on those spell placements. I know it's something that you hit me up about in private PM. But normally when you watch replays, you know whether you dropped it correctly or not. So next attack, going to look at Andrew, looking to bring a 4 Quake Goho, it looks like, here on this base. So let's try and figure out where he's going to drop these Quakes. I would assume that he's not going to drop them kind of anywhere down here, just because it wouldn't open up enough of the base. So I'd have to assume he's going to place them on this junction up here. I did record this video yesterday, so you'd think that I would remember exactly where he dropped it, but I do not. So that's where you can see getting the most value from dropping the earthquakes. Also, this queen, because she's not 3 tiles away from any given wall, she is going to jump over. So once you open up that compartment, you basically have free access to the queen. So let's go ahead and see how he does this. He does this in 2 minutes, so this is going to be just an absolute thrashing of an attack here. Quakes actually go down in a different spot than kind of I would have predicted, but that is going to still allow him to negate some possible double spots kind of in this area. There's a double spot up here now, the Wizard Tower and the AD, that we should be on the lookout for and how he kind of handles those. So the 2 golems coming in, get out in front and taking the bulk of that AQ. King redirects and is going to take out the enemy Archqueen, so that's great. He's got already a very fast start on these hogs over here. Gets his first heal spell down. Let's look at that placement. Possibly a little early. Is going to also notice the archer tower here. So that the only thing currently in range with that heal spell is the Expo. It is a cleanup attack, so there's probably some Teslas in there that I'm not accounting for. Indeed, there they do pop. But as you can see, the Hogs right now are still all standing outside the heal spell. Finally, they're going to jump into it. And by the time they jump into it, most of the Teslas are already being tanked. So probably could have gotten value by kind of saving that heal spell maybe for somewhere over in this direction as these Hogs kind of get a little picked off. But there goes a heal spell. It's going to be really interesting here because there is definitely that double spot in between that Wizard Tower and that AD. Good pre-heal there, saving the single and the Wizard Tower shots. And it looks like he's just going to make bacon. Yep, he is indeed going to make a little bit of bacon. But he did have Hogs coming in on the other side. So did a little bit of a sandwich technique with Hogs kind of coming in on the left. We were following the Hogs on the right. So let me go ahead and speed this process up because he's got all the defenses down. Let's go ahead and rewatch this final part of this attack just to see where he deployed those Hogs. As you can see, the bomb placements on this base were kind of all up top. So possibly this was actually a cleanup hit because I assumed if all 4 bombs were there that he would have come from the north. But let's go ahead and watch one more time to speed forward because I have the tendency to zoom in and out quite a bit when I'm watching just to kind of get some of the technical precision down. I'm really interested to see when and where he dropped those Hogs that were on the left. So there you see the Hogs on the right. I'm going to slow this back down again, and we're going to keep our eyes over on the left. There they go. With a minute to go in the raid, he drops Hogs on the left as that Wizard Tower is being tanked by that Golem. Nothing that hurt Hogs over on the left. There was only that one cannon, and so you see that he kind of had the idea that he was gonna lose a bunch of Hogs kind of at the end of that counterclockwise ring, and had the Hogs on the left easily able to clean up. So really good attack by Andrew. Still has the Queen's ability in the bag. Had Hogs to kind of sprinkle in for cleanup. So just a really, really good attack. All right, let's watch Meat take out the enemy 13. Going to be bringing probably a stoned Govaho here. Quad Quake again. So I missed it on Andrews. Let's see if I can get it a little bit better here. My guess is he's going to drop this one kind of in the north. I'm going to go with the north again just because there's more value up there than you'd get earthquaking anywhere else. If you kind of earthquaked down here, that wouldn't even connect you to the Queen compartment. At least if you earthquake kind of this area, you'll get access to the Queen. You get access to a possible double spot right here in between the Archer Tower and the cannon. And then any Tesla probable action that you have in there. So let's go ahead, watch how Meat takes out the base. Let's slow this down. All right, so this time I guessed it right. He is going to earthquake from the north. Has 2 golems kind of coming in from the left. Gets his wizards down to help create that funnel. Can definitely get a little bit of a wider funnel going if you wanted, but it looks like he's actually going to save some space because it looks like those wizards will redirect. So yeah, beautiful job saving wizards. Wall breakers go in, open up. Brought a few too many wall breakers, but that's something that I noticed that we do in the clan quite a bit. Now I remember this attack because this attack has something very interesting happening down here on the bottom left. He's got Clan Castle Giant, so it's not a stoned approach, it's a shattered approach, and he is going to use Clan Castle full of Giants and about 1, 2, I believe he uses a few more Hogs here as well, 3, so kind of sprinkling in Hogs on the bottom left. And what he's trying to do, he's trying to take out this Tesla farm as efficiently as possible. So he's used Clan Castle Giants and 3 Hogs so far, and he's used a heal spell, and now he's going to drop a Rage spell. For those of you watching action up on the top right, the enemy Archer Queen is down, so he's got multiple phases of this attack. Lots of stuff going on here. Pups are chasing his king and his queen. You got Hogs coming in from the right. That's going to meet his Clan Castle Giants by the left. Final heal spell goes down. Misses the top part of it a little bit, but ultimately everything, all the point defense is going to be covered, which is really all that matters. The Queen takes out the Expo in the core, and then finally these Hogs down here take out the mortar, and then just the 1 cannon left. I'm not sure if the Hogs are going to get it or if he's going to need help from his Queen. Either way, the base is pretty much wrecked at this point, so he's got cleanup going. Efficiently at the top, that Wizard's going to take out all those compartments here. There's nothing really over on the left. You would have liked to have seen something kind of over there. So they're going to take a little bit longer than we'd like cleaning up. Looks like about a minute-long cleanup process. But overall, really interesting attack. And so something I want to start doing in these videos, I was thinking about it. I'm going to start posing questions as I make the recording for you guys to answer down in the comment section. We can just do a little theory crafting. So what did you think of Meat taking Clan Castle Giants and then 3 Hogs and 2 spells to take out that 1 Tesla farm compartment? I have written down here that it was a cleanup attack, so he did know that the Tesla farm was there. What do you guys think? So basically, clan castle, 15 troop space, and 2 spell slots to take out that Tesla farm. I'll keep my opinion to myself and let you guys kind of discuss down in the chat section. All right, let's do 2 more Town Hall 9s before we switch to some Town Hall 8 action. We're going to watch Chief Grames go ahead and take out base 14. Also going to be bringing a quad Quake. This one does look like it's going to be a stone Go-Ho. So let me go ahead and try and figure out where he's going to drop these Quakes. Obviously needs access to that Queen in some way. Got to have a weird possible double-ish spot right there. You definitely have a double spot right there. So I would assume that he's going to come from possibly this compartment here and then wall breaker into the first compartment. Just because that would allow him to remove pathing while taking out the expo. It would remove kind of this really awkward whatever's going on in here. So yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't open up as big a part of the base. Let's go ahead and see how he uses it. So you see the minions coming down here are around 3 o'clock. Definitely going to be entering from the bottom right. So let's go ahead and see where he uses the Quakes here. And he is going to use the Quakes kind of where I thought. He does look like he possibly missed that compartment. Oh, it looks like he's going to break into the corner. So instead of coming from the more direct angle, he is going to actually get an extra compartment open a little bit deeper into the base and possibly remove some more pathing. So really good heads-up play there by Chief Grames. Golem's coming down. Really just kind of taking a beat, and that Queen was super, super late. We'll rewatch this attack as well at the end just to kind of look at that Queen. Just seemed to me like his Golems are, one Golem's already into Golemites. So basically a stoned approach coming in here. The Clan Castle comes out. It is a Hound. Rage goes down for his kill squad. Is going to propel everything ahead. Those Golems are out in front. Sprinkling in some Hogs here. Always a heads-up play, especially when you have distracted defenses. Tesla does pop over here. I assume that we'll see a heal spell relatively soon because those Hogs are kind of getting picked off. Another Tesla pops. So interesting tactic. Loses basically all those Hogs. And then he's actually going to start his Hogs from the top of the base, which is interesting, and kind of go counterclockwise. Still has 2 heals in the bag. Let's see where he uses them. It looks like he's negated most of the spots where the doubles could potentially be. Heal spell goes down. Good spot. Hog's going to easily take out that air defense, jump into the heal, get healed back up. That's nice. Those Wizards, it look like, and the Queen are going to take out the Expo, which is going to be perfect because it's going to remove pathing to what I assume. Oh, nope. Apparently this base just has singles because I just saw another bomb go off as well. So no need to remove that pathing. He did anyway. So he's dropped his final heal spell. The Hogs are still good. MVP Queen kind of coming down here and helping with that Tesla farm. Certainly a very interesting attack. Let's go ahead and rewatch this one. Let's watch this one get cleaned up. Very efficient cleanup process, it looks like. Got Wizards at all kind of areas where the Hogs are not, so that's beautiful. Easily cleanup process. But what I really want to focus on is the Archer Queen and kind of when maybe I would have placed it versus when Chief Grames placed it. So let's go ahead and watch again. We'll notice that the replay starts at 2 minutes and 39 seconds, and we'll kind of fast forward here a little bit to get a sense of when he drops it. So he drops his minions for to create his funnel and drops his Earthquakes to get going. And what I really want to notice here is when he first starts dropping his Golems, boom, there it goes down. It's down at 214. You'll notice that this gold storage is already down to basically 20% health just from that one minion alone. The army camp to the right is already gone, so there's no chance that your Queen is going to stray all the way up to the laboratory. And there's so much action packed into this compartment with the Town Hall and the 2 storages. This Queen's not going anywhere. So you could easily drop this Queen kind of over here by this gold mine. Funnel's already been created to the right. That'll kind of force her into the base because by the time the Chief clears out these trash compartments, this gold storage will be gone. So down at 2 minutes and 14 seconds, you'll notice 2 cannons and an Archer Tower are pounding on that Golem. Would be great to get the Archer Queen down now because all this Golem is losing health. And there's still no extra DPS kind of coming down. And finally, the Queen there goes down in around 2 minutes. So about a 14-second delay. You can kind of like visualize in your head like what that Queen would have gotten with 14 seconds. So some of these storages may have already been at kind of close to going down. So it just would have added a little bit more momentum to the attack. So just something that I've always kind of preached. Get your Queen down as soon as humanly possible. But once again, open up more conversation in the feedback in the comment section below. Do you guys disagree? Do you guys feel like dropping a later Queen somehow provides maybe a little bit of a better benefit that maybe I'm not seeing. So go ahead and make your opinions known down low. Let's go ahead and watch one more attack at the Town Hall 9 level by Sai, coming in on 15. Once again, bringing Quad Quake. Looks like Stone Go-Ho. So one more time, let's kind of play the game and figure out where Sai is going to kind of come in from. It's you definitely got to get to the Queen in some way, shape, or form, but you wouldn't Earthquake anywhere around here. I'd imagine he's going to maybe Earthquake here and kind of come in from the top. I would probably come in from the right, even though there is triple storages. That's a lot of HP for your Queen to get stuck on. But there's not a lot of point defense kind of over in this area. This is a fresh hit, so he doesn't know where anything is. Has a kind of an awkward double spot here that he might need to worry about. Has kind of an off-center double spot here. So one of those two angles would definitely be the approach. Let's see which one Sai took. Oh, very interesting. He's actually going to just open up the AQ chamber. So that's not going to quite give him access to as much of the base, but it does give him access to the one potential double spot there, and then anything that might be going on inside that dead zone. Like I said, this was a fresh hit. Using minions down south to create his funnel on the left. So I assume that we are going to see some golems kind of come in from the right here soon. There goes one, getting his tanking down. Queen should be down right about now. Already doing some work, but he's getting his wizards down first. Finally, his queen comes down, so a few seconds late there. King's already being targeted by his queen. That's going to go down. Wall breakers go in. Be careful with wall breakers, especially when your golems are taking a beating. Because once it pops into golemites, you never know. Those wall breakers might get retargeted, and you have an awkward wall breaker fail. Rage spell goes down. He's going to propel his golems into the center of the base. Another hound pops out of the clan castle. So Tessels are popping. So even though he hasn't opened up a huge section of the base, he is getting some value because Tessels are popping. He's going to remove some pathing to some double sets. And then finally, it looks like he's going to get a very nice clockwise path going on these hogs. Not a lot going on in terms of point defense, so it doesn't need to really use an early heal. Continues to sprinkle in some hogs. That first heal spell could have been placed a little bit better. So these hogs are outside of the range of the heal spell, and these hogs all had already taken out that defense. So if it were me, this mortar is not a huge threat. I think the huge threat is this entire compartment. Could have dropped a heal spell right in the center of that entire compartment. Would have been the way that I would have positioned it. But ultimately, hogs are still standing in heal while the lava pups take out those golems. Two Teslas pop, so another example of where a value heal kind of in the center would have been really, really phenomenal. Because now those hogs are standing outside of heals. He's going to kind of start losing a few here. The Teslas are going down, though, in pretty efficient order. Hogs coming in. I don't know if there could be a single here that could be somewhat troubling. Nope. So he's kind of just sprinkling in hogs. There might be an awkward double to the right. We're going to find out here shortly. He does have one heal spell left. Not a lot of point defense left. Is going to unfortunately make bacon. And unfortunately, I think that it tripped in a way that he may have thought it was going to trip one at a time. So unfortunately burned a heal spell. Those golems are taking advantage of the heal spell, though. And so that's going to help kind of speed things up here. So now it basically just comes down to cleanup. He's got one wizard left. I don't know why that wizard is not down. That wizard should be down kind of over here. We'll kind of watch this replay back once again. I'm going to kind of get in the habit of doing that. Finally, that wizard goes down there at 106. So we'll see how much time we lost there. But ultimately, it looks like his golem and his queen are going to kind of save him from this one. The cleanup wizard was down. But like I said, it was definitely late for sure, given that there was nothing else kind of over in that compartment. So let's go ahead and watch this replay back one more time. I know this video is getting a little long, pushing 20 minutes already. But lots of interesting little things happening in this. These are the kind of wars where we're making little mistakes, but we end up they're not hurting us. Excuse me. They're not hurting us, so not the end of the world. But you look at this attack, replay ends in 3 minutes and 28 seconds, so he barely got this one, 2 seconds away, and that wizard was definitely a little late. So let's go ahead and watch for the moment that you could kind of start thinking about dropping the wizard, just to kind of understand kind of some of the finer aspects. Because what you'll notice is that this dark elixir storage is always going to kind of be up. Those minions don't quite make it over there, and you know that you're going to start your hogs now on the left. So one thing you could do, and it depends on how kind of well you multitask, is that once this wizard tower goes down, basically this dark elixir now, you could drop a wizard on that and start your cleanup process early. So you could start your cleanup process as soon as a minute into the raid, because there's nothing over here now, with the exception of these pups. So maybe you'd wait for some of these pups to kind of clear out, but the Archer Queen is doing work on the pups. But right now, your heal spell is down. It doesn't look he's not dropping any of his additional hogs. So right now he's looking for the next thing to kind of do. And so one of the next things that you could do is drop a wizard down here. But most people, when they're hogging especially, they will wait until they get to the end of the ring first before they go ahead and drop a wizard. But like I said, you can notice here, as we continue to zoom out, this Dark Elixir storage remains out of range of defenses, and it will for the duration of the raid. Kind of hogs come in here. Speed this up a little bit. And then what we're going to see here is he's going to make some bacon. He's going to drop his heal spell. He's got 2 hogs now in the bag at this point. He deploys them kind of up here. Definitely could have gotten some more advantage if he had dropped him over here. But at this point in the raid, so there's 1 minute and 32 seconds to go in the raid, he has his Queen's ability left. But other than his Queen's ability, he has no other decisions to make other than to drop those 3 wizards somewhere. So at this point in time, 1 wizard could kind of be down over there. This is when I would start looking for cleanup, because the only thing you have to keep an eye on at this point is your Queen's health. You know that those golems are tanking, so let's go ahead and keep on watching. He's patiently waiting. He's watching these defenses go down. He does get 1 wizard up there on the gold mine, and he gets another one on the Elixir Collector. He may have just forgotten that he had the final wizard. So those kind of come down relatively quick, and one of them's going to work right, one of them's going to work left. And the Queen is obviously going to finish over here on the right, so that makes the only logical spot kind of all the way over here to get the Dark Elixir storage. Finally, the wizard goes down at 108, and he just barely wins that raid with 2 seconds to go. So just kind of little things that we want to keep on working on. I don't know if he wants a level 3 poison spell, so I'm going to skip that one. So good job to all the Town Hall 9s clearing some of these bases up. Always be looking out for the little things that we could do better. Next attack, going to watch Jibrick go in on the enemy 25. It looks like he's going to bring a Shattered Goho here. So let's go ahead and see how he takes out this base. Going to start with a lure up there on the mortar. Unfortunately, a Tesla's going to pop, and that's actually going to block his lure because they are no longer going to go down into the air defense. So let's see how he handles that. This was a fresh hit, according to my note. I'm sorry, this was a cleanup. No, it's a fresh. I'm a disaster to him. I apologize. Another hog goes down there. Not sure that's going to achieve the purpose that he wants. So that Tesla stays up, and he decides that he's just going to start, because at some point in time when you bring a Shattered Approach, you just kind of run out of hogs. As you can see, he already has 13. So when you bring the 36 hog approach, you can definitely throw some more hogs at the lure. But when you bring a Shattered Approach, you just kind of got to go sometimes. So his golem's going to kind of go down, and they're going to take a little bit more of a beating than he kind of prepped for, it looks like. Poison goes down. Very nice king placement, making sure that the king doesn't get targeted by the loon or the dragon. Wizards there kind of helping to take out the CC. There's a wizard deep down there in the poison spell that takes out that dragon. So finally, the kill squad goes left. Interesting decision here, I think. So from my own personal experience, right down here in the bottom left, you have a Tesla, a cannon, and an archer tower that are all locked onto your kill squad. That to me would signal to go from the bottom left and to kind of take a more clockwise direction. He's going to go counterclockwise, which is interesting because he's not building off the synergy of kind of the kill squad down here. So possibly just a little bit of a player preference, possibly hoping that these hogs kind of speed around and meet up with his kill squad kind of near the end. But let's kind of see how that works out for him. Drops hogs kind of on the first layer of defenses here. No need to drop a heal on the first layer. Hogs go in. First heal goes down. Very well placed. On top of the mortar, and unfortunately, actually, these hogs are actually outside the heal, so maybe not as well placed as I initially thought. Looks like he might make some bacon here. Like I said, this was a fresh hit, so he doesn't know. He does go ahead and pre-heal the location, and it is only a single, so that benefit him. And then his final 8 hogs, it looks like, come down here. He still has a heal in the bag, heals the final compartment. His kill squad has eventually kind of taken out all that stuff that was down here. So like I said, just a little bit of a different style of approach. Everything is kind of thinning out, so defense is going to go down. It looks like those hogs are going to retarget very nicely onto that skeleton and king. Luckily, they didn't aggro onto the clan castle. You've got wizards over on the right starting cleanup, so that's great. But the cleanup process is going to still take a minute. He was thinned out a little bit on hogs. His king did die, so it's going to take a while. But at the end of the day, Town Hall 8, you have a little bit more leeway for certain than Town Hall 9. So a really nice attack. Let's go ahead and watch one or two more Town Hall 8s, and then I will conclude the video because we're pushing 25 minutes. So GB again, taking out enemy 26, another very good anti-3 Town Hall 8 base design, bringing a shattered comp once again, bringing 6 wall breakers. So I'm curious how he's going to use all 6 wall breakers. Once again, I watched this deck yesterday. I don't remember anything apparently. Let's go ahead and see how he gets the CC lure. So I'm going to go up here once again, cannon into the mortar to grab the CC pull. I actually think he's going to get blocked again if I remember correctly. Yep, Tesla pops. So once again, the lure kind of gets blocked. So maybe something that some of our Town Hall 8 should kind of explore because it does kind of fluster your opponent. So once again, I assume that he's going to go ahead and try and start. Nope, he's going to try and get this lure. Drops it on the Arch Tower, not quite there. I think he's trying to target it on that cannon. There he goes. And so, or the mortar, excuse me. So he does actually get it, and he gets the skeleton traps. So really, really good job there, being patient. Some of those skeleton traps are outside of the poison, but luckily when you miss your poison by a little bit, the loon, in the back's going to go down, so you can get a little bit more aggressive with your second poison, and he does. He's going to get the skeletons in the second poison. Wait for all that stuff to go down, and then I believe he's going to start to shed a portion down here on the bottom right, because that's going to take out quite a bit of point defense and take out kind of this kind of danger area here. Indeed, he does kind of start from the bottom. One golem's down. He's getting his wizards down to create a nice funnel. Second golem goes down. Waits for the Archer Tower to start tanking before he drops his remaining wizards. So great job there on that funnel. Wall breakers go down into a scary area with a mortar shooting in and a wizard tower, but ultimately opens up the perfect compartment. Does still have 3 wall breakers in the bag. I don't think those are going to be used for anything. So it goes back to another theme of just kind of technical precision. And I think once we get some more confidence in our wall breaker game, we'll realize that we don't need to bring as many. The king is unfortunately going to jump out in front of his golems here. So there's a little bit of a different approach now. Keep in mind, so 2 different attacks and 2 different styles. So on this attack, he is going to use the tanking of his kill squad to his advantage and kind of start on the right. Whereas in the previous attack, he actually started on the other side. So very interesting here. Cannon and Archer are both going to go down. No need to pop the ability. No need to drop a heal spell. The king did pop his ability to kind of speed through the rest of those defenses. And what you'll notice here is that he's still got 3 heal spells in the bag, and most of his base is already wrecked. Does drop a heal spell there, and does make bacon, but he makes only 2 hog bacon, so that's always very good. Still has his clan castle available and 2 heal spells. So he is down to 4 pieces of point defense, and he still has 2 heal spells. That's always a good thing. All these defenses are going to go down. He has got 1 heal spell left, an Archer Tower, and a Wizard Tower to worry about. That heal spell goes down, gets all those hogs, which are great. Hogs over here on the Tesla, easily take it out. And as you can see, the base basically at this point is wrecked. A little bit of a different style, though, from the 36 hog approach. Always seems to have a little bit fewer hogs left over, as should be expected. Always makes me a little bit nervous when that king is kind of beating on your hogs, but the hogs just have enough to get there. Cleanup going left, cleanup going right, cleanup going up the middle. So just a really, really nice attack here by Jibrick, taking out that base. Very good war for him. 6 stars on the top of the Town Hall 8 map. This one was a fresh hit as well, so double fresh hit by Jibrick, taking out those bases. Let's go ahead and watch one more, and I'll kind of conclude this war recap. Rex kind of coming in. Looks like he is going to take the more traditional 36. I shouldn't say traditional. The approach that I tend to use, the mass hog approach. Does have 4 archers, but there are no builder huts, so just bring in archers just for shits and giggles. So he's going to go ahead and grab the lure here. Picks a wonderful spot to actually try and grab the lure. This is a cleanup hit, so he's going to remove this Archer Tower, and then if there's anything in between the Archer Tower and the Wizard Tower, he'll get that. So perfect spot, I think, for a lure. Not even going to come in range of all these other pieces of point defense as well, which is something you should also consider. That cannon out of range, that cannon out of range. So 3 hogs easily takes out that Archer Tower, and he gets value by having tripping a spring trap in between the Wizard Tower and the Archer Tower there. Double poison is going to go down. I'm going to go ahead and speed through this and kind of zoom out here. Easily takes out the dragon, and then he's going to kind of start surgically, it looks like, putting 4 hogs on each of the pieces of point defense. A Tesla pops once again. Maybe a heal spell going down, not so much. It looks like he's trying to remove pathing to a potential double. So he did lose 8 hogs there. I believe that was planned. Coming in now from the right. So we're going to see him get through the first layer of defenses. Tesla pops down there. He does drop a heal spell. Very nicely placed. Got Hogs in the heal spell, and then he's going to reinforce from the side. He's got Hogs kind of working in an awkward path. It's got the stray one up here is going to be awesome because it's going to take out that mortar. So he wanted more Hogs kind of down here. There you see the other bomb goes up, so that's why he sent the 8 Hogs in from the top. He wanted to remove pathing to that double. Second heal spell goes down. At this point, there's only 2 pieces of point defense and the king left, and he still has a heal in the bag. So there goes the heal. There goes the final couple of towers. And as you can see, a little bit more overpowering than maybe some of G-Bay's. G-Bay's just has a little bit more control to it with the golems. But ultimately, cleanup, always super smooth and efficient. Basically has a swag king at this point. Hasn't even deployed him yet. There he goes, up at 12 o'clock. Swag king, getting it done. Town Hall 8s did really well this war. I believe we had 6 Town Hall 8s at the bottom, and we got those cleaned up in 7 total attacks. So just a tremendous job by our guys. So that's it, guys. I think that I've talked quite a bit on this war recap video. Like I said, we did as well as we could have given the circumstances. One thing that I know has been kind of talked about on TeamSpeak that maybe we can address now is kind of how can we kind of be more efficient in kind of our feedback process, and how can we make sure we're doing all the right little things. So when I put out these videos, people, kind of PM me and they say like, oh, like, I didn't know that, I wasn't really looking at my heal spells in the way that you do, or something like that. And I think that those kind of little things can be helped by kind of one-on-one conversations. So possibly what you can do is, as you can see, like in the war map here, maybe what we can start doing is some sort of like a buddy system. If you have an attack that you have like a question about, like if you placed a spell correctly or could have done something a little differently, maybe just like reach out to the person that's below you. It'll help us create a little community, and as people kind of changing their weight, it might be a different person that you're reaching out to every time. So in this example, maybe Todd would reach out to Brainiacs and just say, hey man, like, can you check out my attack on 9? Didn't go the way that I thought. I think I might have misdropped a heal spell, and then you guys can have a conversation. So that's maybe just one kind of small idea I had to kind of start building up the community a little bit. But yeah, really good war, guys. I appreciate doing these videos for you. Just let me know in the comment section what you think I can do better, or what else you'd like to see. I know Rising is itching for me to come over there and do a war recap, so maybe I'll give them some love. But that's all I got for today, guys. Let me know what you thought. Peace out.